Hello everyone, welcome to the Jhonny La Salle P8NTRMAN videos. And what we have today, this is a horror show. This is terrible. But I'm sure a lot of you have seen this before, so this is not something that's shocking, although it is kind of shocking when you actually see it. So, you already know what this is, right? We call it MOLD, okay? And this happens to be everywhere, okay? Now that's not a pretty thing. This here, someone let it go for quite some time, okay? This is not something that happens overnight. I will tell you that, okay? Now, what is your responsibility? Your responsibility is to tell somebody that this is happening, okay? Once you tell somebody this is happening, then something can be done about it. Okay, what happened here? What's the scenario? Well, I'll tell you what I think. Let me turn this around so you can see me. Okay. Two things. Either that fan is not working, which it is. Okay? It is drawing. I have my hand up there. I can see that it's drawing air. Okay? It's drawing air. Okay, how do we check? How do we find out if a fan is actually working? Well, first of all, you hear it. Okay? Second of all, you take a piece of toilet paper and you put it up to there. There is actually a cover that goes there. It has like little grooves in it, right? You guys all have it in your bathrooms usually. And it's a cover, it's a grid, we call it. And usually what you do, you put the toilet paper up to the grid, and if the toilet paper sucks up to the grid and stays, the fan is working properly. If it doesn't, and you put the toilet paper up to the grid and it falls off, it means that the fan is not working. So you either have to remove the fan and vacuum the lint that's built up around the fan, fins, or you need to replace the fan, okay? Which Home Depot and Lowe's and Ace Hardware or Amazon, you can get a replacement fan from those locations. I would actually remove the fan, make sure there's a serial number somewhere or a model number so that you can get the one for that model, okay? They have different types with different wattage, different strength, different speeds. If you have the money to invest, I would get a fan, have it hardwired to the electricity instead of going through a switch, okay? You can bypass the switch, remove the switch altogether and just hardwire it where the fan doesn't need a switch. What kind of fan are you suggesting, Jhonny La Salle? Okay, there is a fan that when it senses humidity, it activates and it'll stay running until it stops being humid. Okay? It has its own level where it actually activates. Once it senses moisture, it turns on by itself. You don't have to turn a switch on. A lot of people take showers, steamy showers for an hour, and then they walk away and close the door. That's when you get into problems, okay? That's what happened here. The fan is working, the switch is operational, the shower is all built up because it got left this way, okay? Another thing, another scenario that where this could happen is it could be a drip, it could be water dripping up on top of the wall. But then again, it'd be a little different in this. It wouldn't be just mold growing. What would happen is actually you're going to see a water bubble, okay? Which is where the drip is. If there's a drip above the ceiling, it could be coming from a pipe, or maybe you live on a second floor and the third floor tenant, their drain and their shower malfunction and it's now dripping in between floors. That would happen, but that wouldn't cause this, okay? This right here is somebody who took showers and closed the door. You can't do that. You need to allow air to get into a space in order to dry out. And let me tell you, once these spores start showing up, this person did not say a thing. That's sad. Because once this person moves and leaves or is reassigned somewhere or going somewhere, there's another one that's going to come in. And this is what you're leaving for the next person. Thankfully, they have me where they put a work order in for me. I come in, I assess, I look what I'm going to do, and then I do it. Okay, let me share with you, if you will, let me share how I handle this situation, because a lot of people they just love using bleach. Bleach is harmful to your lungs. You can't breathe this stuff. Bleach can kill you. Overexposure of bleach will kill you. Okay? Are you listening? Okay, Jhonny, so what product can we use? Okay, I use white vinegar. And what I do, and I'll explain why I use it. Okay? I'm teaching you something now. This is mold remediation, is what it's called. Okay? I call it repainting. Okay? First of all, don't go scrubbing this stuff. Don't scrub. Not with plain hands. You need gloves. You need a Tyvek suit. A Tyvek suit is a suit that you zipper up, covers you up. It actually has boots built into this Tyvek suit where your shoe goes into it, so you're not actually touching the ground. Another thing, you would have to wear a head sock. You don't want any of that powder or otherwise to get on you. Okay? You don't want to breathe this stuff. You have to wear a mask. It's mold resistant mask. And you put it on. It has a special valve in the front that opens and closes when you breathe. Okay? You need eyeglasses. Right? Not in this scenario. That's why I'm doing this video, so you guys learn how to do this. Okay? You don't need to disturb that. The walls are textured, so you're not going to change the texture of the wall. Don't scrub. Don't sand. Just spray the white vinegar with a spray bottle. Shoot generously, okay? Shoot all the way over everything. You spray the whole wall. In here, we're already committed to painting the whole bathroom. It's not that big. I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? Okay. Once you spray it with white vinegar, get a fan on it so that the fan will force air and dry the vinegar. Okay? Once the vinegar is dry, then you're going to get yourself a product called Mold Killing Primer by Zinsser. This is what I use, and this works perfect for me. Why do I use that type of primer? The primer itself is formulated to suffocate this organism and encapsulate it. Okay? Also, it's setting the scenario to bond. It will bond to these spores. You understand? You can virtually never get it all out. So don't worry about wiping it, cleaning it, whatever. Don't touch it. Save yourself the aggravation of having to buy all these other supplies in order for you to encapsulate yourself like that B.F. Goodrich man, tire man. You know that big guy? He looks like a worm, I think. Anyways, that's old school. Anyways, you can cut and roll and get this primer on and allow the primer to dry, walk away. The next day, allow it to dry overnight. The next day, you can come in and do your painting, okay? And it's like you're doing a complete prime job here. That's what I'm doing, all of it. So I just brought my primer, okay? Here we go. Primer, cut brush, and a little roller. I call this a sausage roller, right? Okay? That's why it's called a mini roller or a mini coater or whatever they call it these days. Okay? And guys, that's it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay? That's it. Simple. Don't mess with it. If this is happening at your house, like I told you, check the fan. If the fan is not working and you don't have a leak, then that means that somebody or you guys need to change your policy, and every time you take a shower, leave the window door open. And if you have a window, open it up as well. You can put a fan in there too, okay? Air it out, all right? And that'll take care of it. Pretty much, it seals everything up. And it'll look as good as new, okay? But that's the way to do it. And this is how it works for me. I do it faithfully, the same way every time. And this is what I do. And I'm sharing tidbits of information for you guys to be empowered and be able to do what I do. Okay? Well, thank you for watching the Jhonny La Salle PaintNTRMAN videos, and I hope you find yourself well and healthy and prosperous. Tomorrow is already May. My God, how this year is flying. May 2026. Well, God bless you, and thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe, and that way every time I make a video, you're able to see it. And if you like to comment, feel free to do so. Okay? You take care. Talk to you soon. Ew. It's called mold, but we will call it discoloration. Don't want to scare anybody.